So you want to invade a mid-tech civilization's world, somewhere between the industrial age and the subspace age, and you came to the Galactic Council for advice. Simple, don't. And before you bring up your points, you will hear ours. First, let's bring up what everyone claims, that no one can resist void dominance without shields. Wrong. If you look at history, you see that despite of clear void dominance, many an invasion has failed due to no follow-up. No orbital bombardment doesn't count because it ruins what you are trying to invade. And unless you are there for the planet's core, due to either being too much radiation, destruction of the biospheres and many more issues, that without extensive terraforming can make the planet uninhabitable, add in the destruction of the very resources you came to mine. Then why not bluff them? Because most civilizations past the industrial age can tell that you are bluffing. Only twice in known history has bluffing worked. The first with pacifistic Himmler, which wanted no conflict and could not resist even if they wanted to. And with the Valeth, who only surrendered to spread to the stars before backstabbing and doing enough damage to warrant their destruction. But you can still find them around due to their resilience, courage, and that they are everywhere. Next, think why this world wasn't already invaded. Start with the hard factors. Most unclaimed worlds are high-gravity worlds, which along with being hard to invade, are also hard to maintain a presence on, due to needed reinforced buildings, and what few species can handle the gravity, need specialized meds or large amounts of food. Then there are the locals, which tend to be either smart enough to know that you won't bombard them, or too stupid to understand your threat, or lastly just too stubborn, unwilling to submit for the sake of not submitting. Of course, many of these species have other traits as well, such as being crafty, strong, even for high-grav worlders, expert reverse engineers and so on. Now, if you can get over all of that, then we get to the issue of their weaponry. Since they are in a mid-spot weapons-wise, where they have refined their preferred weapons to a science, but it is not a common intergalactic weapon. Take the Valeth, who used low-energy pulse weapons that most shields can't stop, and even though it is slower and weaker than focused plasma, your shields aren't meant to block it at all, and thus it can slip past those shields. Low-tech weapons like these can devastate unprepared invasions. Not convinced? Then let me tell you of the Terrans. Yes, the same as the Terran Alliance, which is mostly a trading power nowadays. When we planned for our invasion, we thought them weak and primitive. By the gods, were we wrong. When we invaded, they were in an information age, soon to break into the space age. Their planet was a high-gravity world, with a gravity of 9.807. Yes, even for high-grav worlds that is high. But since they had no natural defenses, we simply thought we could use our few high-grav divisions and get a surrender. What we missed is that Terrans, or humans back then, were the worst mid-tech world to invade. Being incredibly smart, dumb and most of all stubborn all at the same time. They were extremely crafty, stronger than they look, and master reverse engineers, along with being stealthy, fast, high endurance and naturally making adrenaline. Yes, the banned combat drug, they make it naturally. Even though they had no natural defenses, they had many artificial ones. With advanced armor, not shields, armor which may seem archaic, but not having dedicated anti-vehicle units to spare, made them able to take hits that would otherwise kill them. And their weapons, no energy beams or plasma, no electric shock guns either. No, they used kinetic weapons. Launching a rock which is affected by gravity seems like a bad idea until the humans introduce artillery, which uses that gravity to launch a rock high up, only for it to come right back down much further away, compared to laser weapons, which cannot target at anything past the horizon. Then the humans took our tech and made terrifying things. One of the most terrifying was a large, heavily armored vehicle mixed with our shields, batteries and reactors to make a shielded railgun tank, which even our anti-vehicle units couldn't take down without horrendous casualties. When we started to retreat and withdraw, they had already shot down a ship in orbit and scavenged the tech, soon leading them to become a galactic power. In the end, only one understrength ad hoc division remained of our high-grav invasion force, which started with 20. Now, this is a worst case with a race, which thankfully is merciful and forgiving. But what if you fail and the next one isn't? So, stick to either invading other high-tech civilizations, or go for a low-tech civilization. Avoid the mid-tech civilizations, or you will find out the hard way that your fleet and army are not indomitable, and can be beaten by primitives with primitive weapons. Admiral Galeth of the Council's Grand Fleet, responding to the Falmer General's question about invading an information age civilization. Author's name and link to original text is in the description.